So my name is Daniel Sorrosal. I work for a European network of social financiers called FEBEA. We are actually ethical financiers, and we work as a network. 34 of us agree on common approaches and a common voice, and therefore that we can transform into political capital, into mobilizing funding, into mobilizing technical assistance for the things that we do. Basically, by joining forces, we get more results. I think this hasn't been tried enough on the Mediterranean, particularly on the financial side. While there is a lot of very good programs that are working typically in a disconnected way from another, we don't have this sense of community on the financial side. You have some people that are doing crowdfunding, some people that are doing granting, some people that are doing investing, each of them with a slightly different approach and so on. And I think a certain amount of setting the ground for what we want to achieve collectively is probably needed. Let me give you an example. In my previous life, I used to run a project in Palestine for setting up this kind of network for microfinance. And we would, agree on a certain thing that we would like to be done. And by the time we started to do it, it's like, oh no, the Canadians already financed that. Oh no, the Swiss already did that. Oh, the Europeans are doing that. Actually, this is also being financed by the Americans at the same time as the Swiss and the Canadians. And this lack of coordination often led to the fact that you are either doing not what you have to do, or you do financing the same thing 3 times from different approaches. I think here we run a bit this same risk, but at the same time we have the opportunity that is still a relatively small ecosystem. So I think if you can put the 10 players on the ground that are mostly doing financing of entrepreneurs no longer in grants, they are moving on towards bringing them to the market. We have the opportunity of aligning, first of all, forces. Second of all, who does what? I mean, there are people that are more in the beginning, in the middle, or at the end. And probably there's also a continuum. I mean, if I am an entrepreneur, I need to knock 3 doors. It's much easier if I know that door 1 will lead to door 2 and lead to door 3, because they are more or less aligned anyway. So I think it's a question of finding not only efficiency in the process, but also quality in the process. We can create a much more, let's say, aligned path of financing that brings you from having an idea to having a sustainable enterprise. I think that is achievable if we start working together. And for that, I think we need a mechanism with a probably more sexy name that brings these people around the table, allows them to exchange and learn from each other and what they do well and what they don't, and how they can play on each other's strengths. And ideally, we can attract a few more to make the community grow.